Hi everyone, so I'm going to attempt, keyword is attempt, because this is hard, y'all, like this is hard, to do the Ride or Die challenge skincare edition, because it's been mostly for makeup from what I've seen. I feel awful that actually someone had suggested this to me on Instagram, you know, suggested that I do something like this, and I cannot for the life of me find the comment or the message or whatever it was from the person who recommended that I do this, and I feel awful because I want to give them credit, but you know who you are if you gave me this idea. I wanted to include also some makeup products, but I'm like, maybe I could do a separate one of those for makeup, because I feel like the video is going to be shorter for sure in the makeup realm, and it's going to be not as broad in the sense that I don't have a favorite, you know, like mascara, because I don't wear mascara all the time, although if I had to pick a few I would know what they are, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do skincare, and this is hard. It's very hard because it's different when it's makeup, you know what your favorite eyeshadow primer is, your favorite palette, your favorite eyeshadow, your favorite liquid liner, pencil liner, you know, etc. Whereas I like, if I just picked cleanser, that could be cleansing gel, it could be cleansing foam, it could be cleansing balm, oil. So I wanted to just pick my favorites regardless of how they sort of fit in with having something for every single category. If something happened, if I lost everything, God forbid, the first things that I would buy. And I'm gonna try, I was thinking maybe I should go in order of steps that we do things, just so that way I don't show any particular bias to one product or the other, although there are some that do just stand out above the rest of my even core essentials of my Ride or Die stuff. So these are the things that I would definitely get, and I cannot imagine my skincare wardrobe without them, essentially. So I guess we'll start with cleansing. And it's hard to pick one, and there's a lot of other ones where I'm like, oh, but I love it to death, and if I didn't have it, I would buy it. But it's like, these are the things that have been with me for a while, or that just fill a certain need. And I think the main qualifications for these products are, I know what they are going to do to my skin. And I know that if I have this concern, that this product is going to treat it every single time, and it's going to return me back to the skin that I'm looking for. Or, you know, maybe it has a certain scent, or maybe it's irreplaceable in a way. There's nothing like it, or I don't own anything else like it, or I've used 30 bottles of it, or whatever the case may be. And they all are going to have their different reasons, but these are just sort of going to be, you know, they're special for a reason, and I'll explain that reason to you. So it's going to be sort of a lengthy one, or it's hard to make these concise because, you know, when you're passionate about something, you gotta talk about it. Also, can we quickly talk about the fact that my neighbor was moving and didn't want this brand new Crate and Barrel bookcase, and is like, take it off my hands. And I'm like, all right, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm like, I don't even know if I needed a bookcase, but I'm taking it. So for makeup removal, I didn't want to say like, oh, let me find my favorite cleansing oil, because that's what I do for makeup removal. Specifically a makeup removal cleanser. It's gotta be the Farmacy Clear Bloom. It's everything that I was looking for, or I didn't even realize I was looking for, and then found in this. First of all, it's a great price. It's not expensive compared to other cleansing oils for you know, that are similar price. They're going to give you a lot less product, or the packaging is not as pretty, or the formula is not as high quality. This is the most unique cleansing oil that I've ever used, and the way that it emulsifies, it doesn't get thin and milky, it gets creamier and has a little bit more of a less slip to it and more kind of grip. The only drawback to this is it's hard to get if you don't live in the US. I think Farmacy might do international shipping, but I'm not sure how expensive it is, so it is one of those things. But I also feel like, by and large, in countries in Europe and in Asia, good quality cleansing oils are just the norm. You know, you can go to a Superdrug or a Boots and just pick up a really high quality, affordable cleansing oil like it's no big deal. If I go to Duane Reade here, I'm like, well, all of this sucks. What am I supposed to do, you know? So I love this. I know that it's gonna get every last speck of makeup off face and eye makeup. And if I was wearing like body makeup on my chest, I use this to remove it, gets it off without even blinking. So, has to be done. Let's talk about a skin cleanser. So there's obviously tons of others that I love and that I'm obsessed with and that I really was thinking about including on the list, but I feel like they've yet to reach ride or die status. Like if I'm being really strict and I'm saying there has to be just one, it's hard, and there's still, again, a few others that I would love to mention. Honorable mention goes to the Votary Cleansing Oil, the Tata Harper Purifying, May Lindstrom's The Honey Mud. Like, I'm obsessed with those, but my pick, and you guys aren't gonna be surprised, my pick is Indie Lee's Brightening Cleanser. This is the product that I have heard, this and the next product that I'm gonna mention are the products that the most people, out of all the products I've recommended, people have bought this the most, and I've heard nothing but good things. The only thing that I've heard is some people just don't necessarily love the smell or feel like they can't use it every single day because they feel like it's a little too potent. But this is everything to me. I just got like chills on my arm because I think about how much I love this, how many memories are embedded in this, the fact that I'm friends with Indy that I think is amazing, and I, you know, was just so appreciative of the fact that she created this cleanser. It's a good price, it's great ingredients, it's a very simple ingredient list. There's really, I think there's what, about 10 ingredients at the most. It is a gel, it's a non-drying gel because there's no sulfates in it. I put it on and I usually will leave it as like a mini mask for a minute or two while I'm washing my hair. And when I remove it, it's just, your skin just looks better. You have more radiance. If I've had a long day, it just makes me feel better at the end of the day. It's never irritated my skin, it's never dried me out, it's never given me any adverse reactions. I know that every time I use it, my skin's gonna be happy. And I can use it any time of year and my skin will love it. So it's fantastic. I love it to pieces. Next, let's talk about shaving. So this could apply to you if you need to give a gift to someone who shaves, or you shave your legs or anywhere on your body, or you shave your face. This is going to apply to you. If not, then now's a good time to take a bathroom break. I have to give my serious, just like, express my adoration for Dollar Shave Club. I used to buy razors from the drugstore. I would buy a 3-bladed pack of either 3 or 5, and it would run me 18 or, you know, $12 to $20 depending on the size and where I bought it from. And I would buy them at least, what, once a month? And $20 every single month for something that I just know I'm overpaying for makes no sense to me. So I started doing the Dollar Shave Club subscription, and I could not be happier. I'm so impressed with the quality. It's what I pay. I do the $6 box, which is 4 razors with, I think this is 4 blades. Yeah, 4 razors, 4 blades, which means you can pretty much use a new one every single week. And I tend to get about a month and a half's use out of the one pack because I don't shave every single day. The handle's built really well. I don't feel bad about spending an extra $3 or $4 to get a backup handle, because I have had to do that before. My first handle finally broke after almost 2 years. I'm honestly, I could not be happier. I also have to talk about Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter, which is the Dollar Shave Club brand shave cream. I love this. There's no lather. It basically feels like the CeraVe hydrating cleanser, which I kind of love. It's that sort of milky jelly texture. It's almost like the Glossier texture. It's not expensive. I think this size for 6 ounces is, I think, $6. I usually have a backup. You add it to your cart before your box ships. I get a shipment every other month, and this, I only have to order this 2 or 3 times a year, which is fantastic. It's never irritated my skin. I like that it doesn't lather, so it doesn't dry me out. It really gives me a really cushioned feel on my skin. I always get a super close shave. It's perfect, and shaving is something that I do as part of my skincare ritual, so for it not to be high quality and for it not to sort of fit my taste is non-negotiable for me. Like, I have to like my shave products, and I've been through a bunch of different brands, and this is still my pick. It's gorgeous. So hats off to Dollar Shave Club. Seriously, it makes such a big deal, a big difference in my shaving ritual. The other product that I think people have purchased the most based off my recommendation is Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid. This is, I'm on my, 3rd, 4th, however many bottles, and I always have a backup on hand. Every single time I shave, I put this on. Because if I don't, then I get an ingrown hair. It's just how my skin works. I've tried glycolic, doesn't do anything. And I think this comes down to the fact that, you know, BHA is actually going to unclog the pore from the inside out. And at the end of the day, shaving deals with hair follicles, you know, not necessarily surface texture. So every single time I do this, it helps to reduce shaving irritation, ingrown hairs, redness, bumpiness. And I think because I do this so regularly, I don't really have noticeable pores. Pores are not really a concern for me because I am doing this so consistently. And I think the reason why I love this so much is it's so unique. It's a really simple formula. There's no fragrance, there's no alcohol, it's in liquid form. I usually just actually apply it with my fingers and press it on, but you can do it with a cotton pad. I do it after a toner and then I follow it with a mist. It's one of my favorite things in the world because it's so utilitarian and it's such a standard for my skincare ritual. I love it. I love it. And I know a ton of you love this as well, like a ton of you, and it's one of their top sellers, so that makes sense. Okay, another acid, actually 2 more acids. So these are included on the list because I know what they do to my skin and I know that I crave them. My skin craves them. I crave what it does to my skin, essentially. The first is Biologique Recherche, Lotion P50, 1970. I'm practicing my French. Hopefully I don't sound too American. The 1970 formula, I haven't used any of the other ones, to be honest, and this is only my first bottle, and considering how often I use it, I'm only halfway through, and I've had mine for quite a while. But I know that when I run out of this one, I'm buying the jumbo size, because every single time I use it. I love it. I love that it numbs the skin. I love that it has never irritated my skin. I love what my skin looks and feels like the next day. I've started to acquire a sort of craving for the smell too. Like I love that it stinks and it's so spa-like to have a numbing exfoliating lotion on my skin. I love it. It's amazing. It's a cult product, and I think it's a cult product for a reason. I think you put it on and you just have the glow that you're looking for. You have improved texture, pores are less noticeable, congestion is reduced. And I think considering that it's 5 ounces, and I think this is what, 62? Yes, it's an investment, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? I think a bottle will last you quite a while. So I also want to try some of the other formulas out and just compare them, because this is quite strong, and sometimes you don't want something as strong, and so I might want to give those a try. Leave me if you love a version other than 1970, tell me which one you love and why. That way I can sort of, because I trust you guys are cool. So you can help me out in that realm if you like. Then the other one is Good Genes from Sunday Riley. You'll probably see this, if anyone does a video like this, you'll probably see this on there, because it's one of those things. I love the lemongrass scent, which is not the main reason why I like it, but it's an added benefit. This is a really strong lactic acid treatment, and I really do feel like it's an exfoliating product. I wouldn't rely on this as my sole serum, because I think it's pretty targeted for what it's designed to do. But this is the product I'm going to put on the night before my wedding day, the night before I graduate school, the night before I have to meet someone's parents, the night before I have a class reunion. Just any occasion that's big enough, this is what I put on the night before, because it just makes the skin look heavenly, is the only way to say it. There's no product like it that I own and that I've ever used. The only thing to be said about this is a bottle does not last long at all. I don't use it more than 2 or 3 times a month, and even then I go through them fairly quickly. That's my only complaint, is for some reason it just doesn't last very long. We've done exfoliants, let's talk about mists. So as many mists as I love, I picked 2. This first one might be a surprise to you guys. It's the MAC Prep and Prime is now what it's called, Fix Plus. Fix Plus I have been using since high school, and I didn't get it back then, but I sort of knew that I always liked it, and when I stopped using it for X number of years and started again, I was like, why did I ever stop? The thing about Fix Plus is not only is it a great price, it's a very simple formula, but it's not plain in any way, shape, or form. It's got the humectants that you're looking for. It's got the scent, which I kind of love. It's very green tea, cucumbery, refreshing. The reason I love this is it does everything for me. I love spraying my face down with this before I go in with liquid foundation because it'll help sheer it out and give me that glow and the dewiness that I'm looking for. It's a great makeup setting spray for me because I have drier skin and I don't love the look of powder on my skin, but sometimes I have to powder. It's great after an acid to hydrate and refresh. It's great as a toner. It's great in between your serum and your oil if you just want a little bit of slip for your oil to kind of glide onto. And it's not an expensive product, which I really like. I've finished, I'm probably in the double digits with these, to be honest, and I have 2 backups right now because I always reach for it. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and yeah, there's nothing like it in my stash, and also the memories that are tied to it are kind of fun. Okay, the other mist. Caudalie Beauty Elixir. It's a staple. I love May Lindstrom's Jasmine Garden to pieces. I love Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator, the Farmacy Mist, Queen of Hungary. I love them, but I also know that this is a little bit, it has a unique place in my wardrobe. So it has a setting element to it in the sense that it really does mattify and reduces the appearance of pores. The kind of mintiness of it really invigorates the skin. So there's pretty much not a day that goes by where I don't at least think about putting this on my face because I just love how we're doing it right now. Refreshing and invigorating it is. Thank God they fixed the pump though, because that was my only complaint. I was like, why? Yeah, I mean, it reduces the appearance of powder but still keeps the skin matte. It invigorates, it gives you a very subdued glow. It's mood enhancing, it makes you feel better, and I love it. It's beautiful to look at too. So, Beauty Elixir. It's hard to put words as to, you know, why I love it so much because it does a little bit of everything. Okay, let's talk about serums. This one was tricky because I feel like all serums are doing a little bit of a different thing. You know, not one serum is not going to do the exact same thing that something else is. But in general, I categorize them. You know, I have my oil serums, my hydration serums, my retinol serums, and like my vitamin C serums, and then my all-rounder serums. And I think most serums will fall into at least one of those categories. But at the end of the day, I know that my skin, because it's dehydrated, will need a hydration serum somewhere in my ritual, right? I can't just put a regular serum on and not have something hydrating paired with it because I know what my skin is and what it does. And my hydration serum of choice, which might not be surprising, is Jordan Samuel's Hydrate. It's kind of just when I think about what I look for in a hydration serum on paper and what I expect out of my hydration serum when I apply it, this checks all of those boxes, and it does both. Some are great on paper, but they're not so great in practice, and some are really great in practice, but I'm like, I feel like the formula is limited in what it can do. This is water-free. It's got your aloe vera, your glycerin, your hyaluronic acid, a peptide, there's passion flowers, cucumber. It's $44 for 1 fluid ounce. Out of his range, this is my very, very favorite, and it has been for quite a while. It's everything. I love putting this on before makeup because it has no silicone in it, so nothing rolls. It immediately plumps, calms, hydrates. It's great mixed with my vitamin C products that can sometimes be drying. It's everything. It's everything, and it's unfragranced, which is really nice. Oil serums, I mean, I feel like Vintner's Daughter is in a category of its own, and you knew that it was going to make it onto this list somewhere, right? Vintner's Daughter is one of those products that you put it on your face and you look better. You look better. I feel like my friend Caroline, who's Skin Obsessor on Instagram, said that it makes you look refreshed and basically more awake. And that's what it does. You put it on and you just look better. The glow is very subtle. It's a very silky, soft, satiny, almost like a buttery glow. It's not dense at all. It absorbs beautifully into the skin. It's fantastic when you press it into damp skin after you've misted. It's definitely an investment piece, but I think it's unique in what it does. I don't own any other oil serums or serums in general that do what this does and do it so quickly and do it with such an experience. The scent alone makes me weak in the knees. It's just, God. It smells wholesome, and that's what I have to say. And I have done blog reviews on a lot of these products, and I will link it below. but this just feels like it's got a lot of heart and soul in it, and it feels like a wholesome product. Like they haven't just taken a little bit of lavender and a little bit of the bergamot. They actually are putting everything in, you know, all the nutrients are in here, and I think you can tell a difference in your skin when you use it. Oils. I wanted to include Artemis because just as sort of a commemoration, I'm still on the fence about UFO. I don't know, every time I use it, either I'm breaking out or it's purging or something, but I don't know if I don't love it as much as Artemis, period. But Artemis just holds a special place in my heart. It really is the product that I think, yeah, there's so many memories entwined with this. I love the scent, I really do. Most people don't. I love what it does for my skin. I love the syrupy texture. I love how glossy it makes the skin look. I love how bright it makes me look and feel. And it's really hard to know that it's gone. I'm so fortunate to have a lot of backups, but it's hard to know that this is not ever gonna be here. Ever. And I also want to give a mega shout out to Juno. Juno is on here because every single time that I need it, I'm glad that I have it. And usually a situation where my skin is kind of stressed out because I've either done too much treatment, or I exfoliated too much, or my skin is changing with the seasons, or it's dry, or it's oily, or it just needs that. It just needs Juno. Basically, I know when my skin is asking for Juno and when it needs Juno, I know that when I put Juno on, it's gonna treat it. It's a great SOS product, I think. Yes, it's great for daily care, but I reach for this when I know my skin's not happy and I need to fix it fast. That's what that does. Gorgeous. All right. So I guess this is technically an oil, but it's not, it's a balm. You know what's coming. The second I hold this up, the second I take that lid off, y'all know. Lindstrom Skin, the Blue Cocoon. I've talked about this in countless other videos, and I will talk about it until the end of time. This has saved my life. I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's saved my life. It's helped with my anxiety more times than I can count. Not only that, it's great for the skin. I mean, I really notice if I have redness or inflammation or irritation or congestion, this treats it, it takes care of it, it calms it down, soothes, but also plumps, makes the skin feel really comforted. It's actually really beautiful under makeup. It gives the foundation a nice sort of sticky slip in a way, in that you can blend easily, but your foundation feels like it's gonna be there for the day. Looking at it is beautiful. There's not words. This is my favorite product to ever have existed, ever. If I lost my skincare, the first thing that I would buy is this. The first thing. There's that. Okay, moisturizers. MAC Strobe Cream. Y'all are surprised to see this, or are you? I finished many a tube of this, and I always say buy the tube, don't ever buy the 1.7 ounce, because it's more expensive per ounce than this is. Always buy the size to go, and you know, you can buy two, well actually you can buy three, end up with twice the product of the full size and still pay a few dollars less. So always get the size to go. This is my secret, and I've said this before, and hopefully I don't sound like a broken record, but if you are going to be on an airplane and you want to look refreshed when you get off, put some of this on mid-air right before you get off. It'll give you the glow, it'll rehydrate, it'll soften. This is gorgeous under makeup. It's the original Lotion, if you ask me, and I'm like, none of the other ones compare to this because I just love the scent, I love the texture, I love the ingredients, I love that the glow is very subtle and it's not too pink or too gold or too pearly or too white. It's hard to really see, but when you put it on the skin, you can totally tell, and your makeup just glides on top. And I love putting it on at night, actually, before I go out in the evening, because it looks great under moonlight. If I know that I have a nice romantic evening, I'll put this on as my nighttime moisturizer because it looks really good with candlelight. Top tip for you, TOPHCAM top tip. Yeah, Strobe Cream it's irreplaceable for me. Moisturizer. This was hard. This was very hard because there are tons of others that I love, and I will give a shout out to them. Kate Somerville Nourish, Tata Harper Reparative Moisturizer, Kate Somerville Goat Milk, the old formula. What else? But at the end of the day, it's Tidal. It's Tidal. I'm almost done with this. Almost done with this. The scent is like, It reminds me of when I was really kind of, oh, there's a squirrel, hey bud. When I was really starting to kind of grow my career with Sunday, I did all the training for this. I got people passionate about this. I think it's a great formula. I love that it's silicone free. I love that cucumbery, mellow floral scent to it. I love how makeup goes on top of it. I love how plumping it is. I love how glowy it makes the skin look. I love the way that the jar looks. It just checks all the boxes for me, and I love it. And I know that when I put it on, my skin's gonna look great. So there's that. Eye cream for my skin and my needs. I think the most well-rounded eye cream that I have is the Chanel Le Lift, because it works. I notice that when I use it, my eye area feels firmer. It's gorgeous under concealer. It's enough moisture at night, but it's not too much. I feel like it makes my eyes look more radiant, but not shimmery. I feel like it gives me the hydration that I need in the morning and kind of gets things going. I love the way it looks. I love that there's no fragrance in it. I love the texture. It checks all the boxes for me, and I'm not gonna question it. Lip balm has to go to Jack Black. Intense Therapy Lip Balm. I've used more tubes of this than I can count on all of my phalanges, really. I got my dad obsessed with this. I know tons of people that love this. I love that there's SPF in it, so it makes a really great daytime lip balm. And I actually am a fan of the fact that there's a high petrolatum content in it. Yes, there's avocado oil, and you've got your beeswax and green tea and cocoa butter, but the petrolatum is really what will trap that moisture in. At the end of the day, an occlusive like that will actually trap the moisture in and require you to use your lip balms less frequently. And I put this on and my lips are comfortable again. Regardless of how severe the cracked dryness is or not, this will work. And it's not expensive. I usually wait till holiday to buy the 5 or 6 pack so I can have one in my bag, one in my drawer, one in my nightstand, you know, etc., because when I need it, I need it. And it works every single time. Okay, mask. May Lindstrom Skin, the Problem Solver. This is the most unique mask that I own. I love the experience of it. I love what it does for my skin. I love how, and I'm not a big mask person, and I think if all of my masks went away, I would be sad, and I would probably pick this one up first. I mean, I would buy the Farmacy Honey Potion again for sure. And, well, they don't make the Dior Capture Total One Essential one anymore, so that's out. But the Problem Solver is just, it's highly effective, it's highly, and it's, when I want it, you know, when I crave what this does for my skin, I crave it bad, and it always performs every single time, and I love how versatile it is. It's really nice mixed with raw honey, it's nice mixed with rose water, it's nice with just plain water. You can put a few drops of oil in it if you want. It's really quite versatile, and the signature kind of green-brown face is sort of awesome to look at, and it's just fun to have on. I want to do this right now. Get on my face. Okay. So that's my ride or die. These are the products that if something happened to them, no questions asked, I would get it without thinking about it. Obviously, it's hard to do. There's tons of other products that I'm 99.999% in love with, but I was trying to be really strict with myself and really discerning and really just sort of pick the absolute essentials. And I think about what my skin looks like or feels like or smells like after I use these, and I get excited, I get goosebumps, because I just love it. I love it to pieces. And skincare, I think, is something you should be in love with. So, sorry this was so long. Hopefully you paused it and took a bathroom break. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I would love to know your ride or dies below. If you do a video, leave a video response because I want to watch it, and leave the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, but you know, I'm so busy all the time. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. But yeah, thanks so much, and I will see you guys real soon. Probably with eyebrows next time. Bye.